Using eWalk on an iPad is quick, simple, and easy. Before you even start to do your observation, you can access your real-time dashboard if you've got Wi-Fi connectivity. With the dashboard, you can see the graphs of everything you've collected year to date, last 30 days, last 7 days, or even today. And if you tap on one of the graphs, you will see the raw data and even any notes you've made. Now, to actually make a walkthrough, you click on Walkthroughs, select New, pick the template you want to use. If you have access to more than one school, you'll see all those schools. I do. I'm going to pick one particular school, and it shows me the roster of the school. I'm going to do my walkthrough on Tony Adams, and I'm going to pick the grade and pick the subject. And one of the things I can do is pick from a drop-down, and you also can control if and when a picture could be an option. I'm going to take a picture of something going on in the classroom. So I hit the little camera, say take a photo, take my iPad, I'm going to point it at my telephone, take the picture, use it, and give it a title. And then I continue. You can control if and when you want to make notes. I'm going to make a note right here. And if you've got Wi-Fi access, you can actually dictate. So I can dictate notes about the use of the telephone in the classroom. Now, I can pick from drop-downs. I can also have drop-downs that, depending on what you pick, you will get an appropriate checklist. If I don't see anything, I'll pick no. If I do see instruction strategies that are being used, I pick yes, and then I can select, well, which strategies did I see? We can access rubrics that you've built, access checklists that you've built or been shared with you, and what we can also do is show a teacher that if they ignore the kids at the classroom, we have the evidence. So here's a diagram of the classroom. 9 areas, not 9 desks. The teacher's at their desk, doing attendance, etc. Now they're doing work at the chalkboard, and we're going to track the students or the areas of the classroom where they engage students. But it could be eye contact, it could be where they actually walk around. So he's engaging a student here, teacher's engaging a student here, now a student here, now a student here, now a student here, now a student here, back up here again. Another option you've got is you can count any 2 things. And I can be counting if they're dealing with girls or boys. And so if I've got someone who seems to favor one gender over the other, again, I've got the proof. Here's a teacher dealing with the girls far more frequently than the boys and ignoring the kids at the back of the room. Another of the timer counter options is that you can have several things on the screen you're going to time. I've got 3. And my concern is, does the teacher allow enough wait time for the kids to digest a question before they give them prompts? So, teacher asks the question, what happens first? Well, our teacher gives a prompt before a child answers. So after just under 5 seconds, they've already given a prompt. The next time they do it, we'll see what happens. Again, I'm going to say the teacher gives a prompt. The teacher is waiting on the average just over 5 seconds before giving kids a prompt. The research is that they should be waiting 12 to 15 seconds. We can prove it. Another one of the counter timer options is you can have 4 things on the screen, and you can be timing when the teacher is engaging with, in this case, a single student, when they're engaging with a whole class, or they're working with pairs. They're back to one-on-one. Now they're with the whole class. Now they're with a group of students. You can have up to 6 or 7 things on the screen that you're timing if you need to. It could be whether they're actively teaching, whether they're wasting time, whether they're interrogating kids, whether they're behavior problems, whatever. Now, you can also navigate quite easily. So if I have to record something about the lesson, I can jump right to the lesson part. I can jump right down to the engagement part. And what I'm going to do now is leave this walkthrough. So I'm going to now set the end date and time. And then if I have Wi-Fi connectivity while I'm in the classroom, because I didn't need it, I just hit upload, and it uploads via Wi-Fi. If I don't, then I just save it. And then when I do have Wi-Fi connectivity, I just go to all my walkthroughs. You can see the one I just did on Tony has not been uploaded. Other ones have been. And so down here, I just click on Upload Walkthroughs, and boom, it's on my website now. Now, something else you can do is when you go onto your website, and I just did Tony, I could email him. So I can pick the template that I just used. I can say I want to email it. I can then bring up my keyboard, and I'm going to dictate, "I really enjoyed this class, Tony," and send it. It takes that long. Tony now has got a complete overview, a record of everything I recorded, everything I saw, on my notes, my pictures, everything. Another thing you can do is get your reports. So without going back to your office, when you have Wi-Fi connectivity, you can view your reports. I'm going to pick the demo I just was working with, pick all the schools I have access to. My date range is fine. It's the current school year. Do submit. And here are the results of my 92 walkthroughs. Now, I can disaggregate data by grade, by subject, and what I can also do, of course, is say, let me go to this school, let me go to this staff list, I'm going to pick Tony, show me the results of the walkthroughs done on Tony. There are the results of the 17 walkthroughs done on Tony. The data, the notes, everything I recorded. eWalk is really simple on an iPad, and you don't need Wi-Fi connectivity when you're in the classroom observing, so you don't have to worry about those kinds of problems.